This is the 2020 Toyota Avalon Hybrid. This is the 5th generation Avalon that makes 25 years of production. New for 2020, you can get a sporty TRD Avalon. That's not what we have here. We have the Hybrid. And the Avalon is a full-size sedan, and it is Toyota's largest sedan. It's actually the same front-engine, front-wheel drive platform as the Lexus ES, which we've driven recently, so go check out that video in the iCards or the description below. The Avalon can be had in a gas or a hybrid. Now the hybrid Avalon itself comes in a few different trim levels. You can have an XLE, an XSE, or a limited trim. What we're driving here is the XSE. Talking about exterior design, we're going to start up front, and with that big, massive grille. To me, it almost looks like the Lexus design rather than a Toyota design, which I think is a good thing here. And this is the piano black grille with sport mesh inserts. You have LED reflector headlamps with smoke chrome bezels, LED DRLs with an auto on-off feature. Moving along to the side of the car, you have piano black heated powered outside mirrors with turn signals integrated into them and blind spot warning indicators. Those wheels are 18-inch alloy wheels, and I think those dark wheels look really good on this Parison Night Pearl blue exterior color. Around the back you get LED taillights with the black Avalon nameplate going across the middle bar there. You also get a piano black deck lid spoiler. Obviously you get that hybrid badge and no visible exhaust ports back here because this is the hybrid. Now, like I said, this is a full-size sedan. Your full wheelbase is 113 inches. The overall length is 195.9 inches, and the overall width is 72.8 inches. All right, with that, let's walk around and check out the trunk. Total cargo volume for the trunk is 16.09 cubic feet. Plenty of room to store camera gear, luggage, golf bags, pretty much whatever you need. So under the hood you have a 2.5 liter gasoline engine that's hooked up with an electric engine and the battery pack in the back. Overall, you get 176 horsepower and 163 foot-pounds of torque, and that's matched up to a sequential Shiftmatic electronic CVT transmission. All right, and with that, let's check out the interior of the Avalon. All right, guys, well, let's check out the interior of this car. And first things first, it is pretty nice. These seats are especially really nice. They are soft text material with perforated leather and orange contrast stitching. They are heated seats in this trim level. If you go up to the limited trim level, you actually get heated and cooled seats. The driver's seat is 8-way power adjustable with a 2-way power adjustable lumbar. Trim-wise, you get a nice carbon fiber-like woven trim and a genuine aluminum trim. You also get a leather shift knob, leather steering wheel, and some nice ambient lighting. So in this car, you get a premium audio system with JBL. You get 14 speakers, including a subwoofer. You also get dynamic navigation with an app suite. This is a 9-inch touchscreen display. You also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You do get a total of 4 USB charging ports. including 3 right here, 2 just charging, 1 for the infotainment. And in some models, you can get the QI compatible wireless charging, although that's not equipped on this car. You also get a full backup camera. You don't get a 360 camera, which for this big of a vehicle I would like, mainly because when you're parking, you don't know how far that nose is. Also, it's a pretty long nose, so coming up to park in front of a car, if you want to inch closer and closer, you don't feel as confident because you also don't have the radars on this car either. So obviously the steering wheel is packed with a plethora of buttons to control things like the stereo and the cruise control, but you also have the menu system for the screen behind the steering wheel. This is a 7-inch info display. It can be customizable by filtering through the screens here. And there's a lot you can look at, but I think one of the things I like keeping it on is the fuel economy itself, seeing as this is a hybrid. And you can see right there, we're averaging 39.1 miles to the gallon. And then obviously to the left, you have your eco indicator, so you know if you're charging, if you're in eco mode, or if you're in power mode. And then to the right is your standard speedometer with your fuel gauge. You can also navigate over here on your main display for eco settings, so you can see exactly where power is coming from and where it's going to. It's really cool, more gimmicky, but it's cool to show the kids for sure and explain to them exactly how the electric motor and engine are working together along with the batteries and what's powering the wheels. It's a cool diagram to show the kids for sure. You can also have your trip info and a history map showing your fuel economy throughout a certain time period. All right, and with that, let's drive it. It's already started. You can't hear it because we're in EV mode, which means we're fully electric right now. But as we start going, you'll hear the gas engine kick on. It's not very abrupt. It's a pretty easy transition, which I enjoy. But let's get buckled up, put it into gear, and let's go. All right, so as you might be able to hear, we are still in EV mode, currently going about 10 miles per hour. Fully EV, the engine hasn't kicked on yet, so the batteries are powering the front wheels completely. We'll speed up a little bit. We're at 20 and we just deactivated EV mode, so now we are using the engine and the electric motor and charging those batteries. So I kind of already let the cat out of the bag and showed you what we're averaging for fuel economy, which is 39.1 miles to the gallon for the full week that I've been driving this car. Which you've got to remember, this is a car review, so we're doing a lot of hard stuff and letting the car idle more, even though it does have the EV mode. But if you're already draining batteries or you're running the heater a lot, it's just going to use that engine more, which is going to use more fuel. EPA estimates on this car are 43 miles per gallon city and 44 miles per gallon highway, which is really incredible for this size of car. You do get drive modes here with a drive mode select. Obviously you get that EV mode we already talked about, but you get an eco mode that helps keep your economy in check. You get a normal driving mode, which kind of just lets you go a little bit quicker. And then you get a sport mode, which I don't know exactly why you'd want to use sport mode when you're buying the hybrid like this, but it is a sporty feeling car, a nice driving car. So putting it into sport mode does wake up those engines and lets you get up and going much quicker. So like I said, this is a very comfortable driving car. It's a very quiet driving car, but it's also a very responsive driving car. Toyota's been doing a lot to make their cars feel and respond much better than in previous generations. This one is wider and longer than the previous generation, which helps with the planted feel that this car gives you. Also, the steering rack is very quick and heavy, precise, which adds to that feeling of responsiveness. And again, it is a hybrid car. You can put it in EV mode, and when you're in EV mode, it is very quiet, which means they had to make the cabin pretty quiet as well, which they've done a really great job of. I think my biggest complaint here is that you don't have those radars and 360 cameras for parking and to assist, because it is a bigger sedan. And also a little bit on the technology side, at least you do get Apple CarPlay and things like that in this car, as you didn't previously. But I would still say if you're looking for really great new tech in your vehicle, that this isn't going to be your best option. And with that, let's talk a little bit about the price, the competition, and we'll wrap this video up. So before we move on here, let me just quickly say I'm Adam. The channel you're watching is Texas Garage. Texas Garage is a group of automotive journalists here in Texas that are dedicated to giving news, event coverage, and reviews for the average consumer. Personally, I've been buying and selling cars since the age of 16. I've worked in a new car dealership, I've worked in used car dealerships, and I've been running Texas Garage for the past 10 years plus. So I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And if you don't like the content and you hit that thumbs down button, please at least leave a comment in the comments below and let me know exactly what it is that you're not enjoying about it so I can get better. And with that, let's continue the review. So one of the big things you can give Toyota credit on is that for their hybrids, they have extended the warranty for every 2020 model. So now if you get the Avalon Hybrid, the Camry Hybrid, or any of their hybrid vehicles, you went from an 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty on it to a 10-year, 150,000 mile warranty. Good on you, Toyota. All right, so let's really quickly talk about what competes with this and the price of this one here. First of all, there's not a ton of hybrid full-size sedans out there. You can start off with the Honda Accord Hybrid. You have the Buick LaCrosse Hybrid, the Infiniti Q70 Hybrid. You can actually compare this also with the Camry Hybrid. But other than that, there's not a ton else out there. And overall, I really enjoy this car. So when it comes to price, the base price for an Avalon Hybrid is $32,000, which is a great entry price for the Avalon, especially for the hybrid. This one is the XSE, so it's not the top of the line, and its total MSRP is $42,259, which again, for everything that you get here is a really good price. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the new 2020 Avalon. And as always, thanks for watching.